Welcome back to the program. We have all three of us here. Me and Finn are in person. Slim is holding it down in the ATL for us.
You dig.
But we're just going to do a little Eastern Conference playoff predictions because we know basically how it's going to work out. We obviously don't know the play-in yet, but I think we're going to go through the play-in, and then obviously we have what we think is going to come to fruition, and then we have the actual bracket like we did on our Star Wars page. If you haven't checked that out, check that out.
That's a must watch.
But
Absolutely.
so right now we'll start with the play-in. We have the 7-8 matchup, which is between the Miami Heat and the Atlanta Hawks.
Ooh, local flair.
What do we got, Slim?
I got to take the hometown. You know what I'm saying? I'm taking Atlanta.
What do you think the Hawks get the 7 seed?
I think.
Like, you think they get the 7 seed in the offs?
Yeah.
They win that play-in game.
No, I think Miami's going to win. I think Miami's.
They're going to be out-coach them.
If I need Bam to be consistent and Tyler Hero to like be streaky and get them buckets kind of like Jordan Poole. If not, then I think we may have him this year just because we know what the first round looks like playing against them, you know? So I think we'll make adjustments, especially with Quinn Snyder. Got the dub tonight, the Chicago Bulls.
You get the one. It's
the
one and done.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, you think mid-game adjustments, you're saying?
Yeah, I'm saying we'll make we played Miami in the first round of the playoffs.
Oh, last year. So you're right.
So I'm saying we'll make adjustments from how we played last year. And if they're two, I feel like most important guys, Jimmy Butler is going to show up basically only in the playoffs. But I feel like how we did Cleveland last year in the play-in could be the same thing this year with the Miami Heat.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's a toss-up, but I would lean Miami just from being home. Eastern Conference Finals last year, they didn't really lose anyone too major. I mean, they're playing bad. Like, Miami is just a bad
Didn't they just drop UD?
I don't know.
Pretty sure they just dropped UD.
Sheesh.
Haslam no longer on the roster. That could make a huge impact.
But I don't know. I just think Miami's got it. They're at home. But if I was betting, I'd bet Miami just because I think they're probably a better team. As bad as they've played, the Hawks are just as mid as they get. And honestly, with the Hawks, you got to see, did they lose their last game? Because then if that happened, then they'd win because they're the most 500 team known to man.
Yeah, you got to see what their last one was before you bet on them.
Yeah.
I feel like those play-in one-and-done games, we did it to the Cavs last year. It just comes down to star power almost. Like, not in like a dominant way, but like a guy like Jimmy, like I don't think it's going to let them lose. Like they're down by 8 in the third quarter.
You think Jimmy's the biggest star on that team, though? Or out of the two teams, you think he's the best player?
No, but I think he's the most like I'm not losing this game tonight guy. Where they're down 8 in the third quarter, they call a timeout, and he's like, "Yo, fucking tighten up. I'm not losing."
Yeah, I think they would want to play the Celtics too in the first round. I think matchup wise, I think
they're way more mentally tough than the C's.
Yeah, and I think Miami feels good about playing the Celtics, even though they've had a bad season. I feel like once you get to that point, especially when you've been there and like Spoelstra, he knows what he's doing. I'd lean Miami, but that's 2-1 Miami, so we'll have Miami going through. Then in the 9-10 game, who will be facing the Hawks based on our predictions, is the Raptors at home and the Bulls on the road as of right now. They're like a game apart, but I think it'll probably stay like that. But the Celtics do play the Raptors twice, so they could the Raptors could lose both those games and the Bulls could jump them. But what do you think is going to happen, Slim?
I think I'll give it to the Raptors unless Zach LaVine just turns up, and he's been turning up recently. Like I feel like he's one of the most underrated scorers in the league. I think folks think about Paul George and KD and players of that nature, but I think he can really get a bucket. And when DeMar DeRozan is in that mode too, I think that they're hard to stop. But I go with Toronto for real.
Yeah, I'd lean Toronto just because matchup-wise, I'm a matchup slut. So,
whoa,
I'm just saying.
Pause.
It's just how I am. But I think the Raptors are all 6'7" to 6'9", except for Fred VanVleet, and that's Levine and DeMar's height. Obviously, they're both skilled enough players to overcome that. But I just think the amount of sheer bodies they could throw at them will cause some issues, and the Raptors' pesky defense will cause problems because they don't really have a true point guard.
Thanks.
So being able to pressure like that will create turnovers, which is the Raptors' bread and butter.
Logistically, I obviously think the Raptors have an upper hand, but I think I'm going to have to go Bulls for the Pat Bev effect.
Thanks.
He's going to drag him into the playoffs, scratching and clawing. Even though I slandered Pat Bev earlier this year, I'm very vocal about my Pat Bev slander. But we're going to respect the playoff record for him. But yeah, what you were saying about pushing the turnovers, that's huge.
Yeah. All right, so that's 2-1 on our team here going. So we have an 8-9 matchup for the 8th slot in the playoffs to play the Milwaukee Bucks, the Atlanta Hawks, or the Toronto Raptors. Slim, what you got?
Bias aside, or can I be biased?
You can be biased.
I don't want to be biased, but my bias decision is the Atlanta Hawks. But logically, I feel like we'd run into some big problems for Toronto, because I noticed last year when we were getting around playing time, playoff time, when it came down to playing the Raptors, we couldn't do anything with Gary Trent Jr. And Pascal is always going to do what he does. And I think Scotty Barnes has really stepped up this year. So I would like to say the Hawks, but it won't be too easy.
Yeah, I think it'll be a close game. I just also think Trae Young in the playoffs normally elevates his game. And I think that him elevating his game and DeJounte Murray getting that first real playoff kind of feel after losing that game to Miami. And I just know Quinn Snyder won't want to lose to the Raptors. So I'm going to go Hawks just because I just think they have better. Trae Young and DeJounte Murray are actually, I'd put Siakam on the same tier as Murray, but I think Trae Young's the best player in that series, and in a one game or not series.
Siakam might be better than DeJounte Murray,
bro. And I'm scared. Well,
and I think the Hawks could dominate the glass.
Yeah.
Hawks again playing. I'm going star power every time. I just feel like the same thing I said about Jimmy Butler. Like when the guys who are better are losing, they just kind of say like, "Yo, I don't really feel like losing right now."
Yeah,
I like crashing the boards too.
Yeah. All right, so that means we got our 8-team playoff set. It's basically what the seeding is right now. But, so in the first round, we would have the Milwaukee Bucks playing the Atlanta Hawks. Obviously, I think we would all pick the Bucks here, but what do you think the series itself would be? Go ahead.
5 gentlemen's brooms.
5. Slim?
I agree.
I'm gonna go. I don't think it'll be 5. I think it'll be 4 or 6. I don't know why. I feel like the Hawks do a good job ish at guarding Giannis. I don't know why. Good ish, as best job as you can do. And I originally was thinking it'd go 6, but based on what I've seen, I can't really put much faith in the Hawks to do that. And I think the Bucks, are just such a better team. I think it would be. I think they could sweep them, but I don't actually know. 5 games, they'll win one in the ATL.
One of those guys will get like a 45-50 ball on the Hawks and keep them alive for a game.
Yeah,
Trey.
Yeah.
Trey will give you 40-50. And you got to think, 2 years ago, we were just in the Eastern Conference, and I know a lot of people like give that year slack.
It was 2 years ago? No way.
Yeah.
2 years ago.
It was like so.
That's when Simmons did the dunk.
No, I know, but
exactly.
I'm saying 2 years ago?
And
you
that went
short. You
longer.
Think that? Okay.
I feel like it was longer ago.
I feel like that was yesterday.
That went all the way to a game 6. So I feel like the Hawks know how to play against Milwaukee, and adding DeJounte Murray, I feel like Trey could really give you maybe like 40-9 one night, and then DeJounte can give you 30-10 on that same night. And I think if you put DeJounte Murray on Drew Holiday, then it could go to 7 games.
They're just so big.
Yeah. I mean, the Hawks are a big team if you think about
Yeah,
it.
but mass-wise, are they? Like, I don't
Yeah.
know.
No, not
Pella and
compared to
John
Milwaukee.
Collins
It's like
big.
220, bro. John Collins is like 215. You're talking about Brooke Lopez
No,
and Giannis
I
are just
agree, I
fucking
agree.
mass.
I agree. But
Horses.
I don't think there needs to be much insight on that series. Obviously, as we go farther into this video, we'll give some more.
Right down here is going to be a dogfight.
But to probably going to be the best series in the first round in the East.
Yeah, it's going to be a dogfight.
And it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm very excited for it. My Cavaliers versus the New York Knicks. Who do we got, Slim?
Gotta give it to the boys over there in New York. I think it's going to 7 games.
I don't know.
You got Julius Randle, a dog. Jalen Brunson, playoff experience, dog. Emmanuel quickly stepping up. Quentin Grimes stepping up. Squad.
I don't know if I think I'd rather play the Sixers.
Then who? The Knicks?
Yeah, as the Cavs. They're going to spark
In
you
the
up.
first round?
Yeah, they're going to spark them up.
We wouldn't play. There's no way we could play the
I'm
Sixers.
saying just as in general.
You think matchup-wise, out of anyone in the top 5 besides us, we would match up best against the Sixers?
No, but I'd rather play them instead of the Knicks. I feel like the Knicks are going to torch.
That's
No.
fact.
What's how many games? You think it's going to be
I think 7.
torching?
I initially had thought Cavs in 6, but now that I'm giving it some more thought, it's tough because we're allotting that 50-point game from Trey in the same way that you'll get the 50-point game from Brunson or a 40 whatever point game from Brunson. Julius Randle will have a game. They'll have a team game. So that's already 3.
They're gonna have team games for yesterday or Sunday. Last game was Sunday. They played. I forget who they played, but 4 starters.
Wide variety of 20-point scores.
Yeah, 4 starters with all 20 points. Jalen Brunson, Quentin Grimes,
That's no
Emmanuel
random.
quickly.
Slim, you see RJ and Obi arguing?
I didn't see that.
They were going at it the other day. Those boys want to win right now.
Oh, that's what I like to hear. Yeah, no RJ, no Randall. Obi Toppin had that 21.
Yeah. All right.
Might be free Obi. I'm honestly going to say Cavs in 6.
I think
If I had to put my money on it.
Switching.
Well, I mean, I think that the Knicks will steal games that I don't expect them to steal. But if I had to put actual bankroll on it, I mean, I'm not going to bet on Julius Randle.
I think Garland needs to accept that pressure and then show you what he was capable of doing, like he did earlier this season.
Not have him turtle like he turtled in the play-ins last year.
he had fucking 40 on you
She
guys.
was getting you fired up.
No, I think the Cavs win in 6 or 7. I think this will be an amazing series. I think it could be the best series we get in the playoffs. I think obviously like a Philly, Milwaukee, or a Boston, Philly will be a great series too. I just think this is 2 teams that are on the up and up, really getting their first, with their full new rosters, getting the first playoff bout. I don't know if you guys have been paying attention, but Donovan Mitchell has scored 40 points in 4 straight games.
He's getting dialed.
He is locked in, and simply for the fact I cannot see Donovan Mitchell losing to the Knicks after everything that happened this summer. I
love a story.
I can't see it.
It's a good fact.
I love a story.
Yeah. I'm also a narrative slut, but
Pause.
I'm going my Cavs. I just think matchup wise, we could go and put Jared Allen on Julius Randle and be fine. Obviously, he'll definitely get his buckets, and he'll have one game where he shoots 7 of 15 from 3.
7 of 21.
Yeah, but he'll also have a game where he shoots 2 of 15 from 3. And I think Brunson will be able to pick it up, but I think there'll be more games than not where Randall is streaky, and I have more faith in Donovan Mitchell to consistently score me playoff buckets than I do in Jalen Brunson. Or if you want to say Randall's the best player, I would say I still have more faith in Donovan, and I think Garland is just as good as Brunson. I just think roster wise, we have Garland is yes our second option, but it's slowly becoming Evan Mobley right now. And while
You said that's when you'll start to win.
exactly, I don't think the Cavs are going to win the championship this year, but I think next year and the year after are really those windows. And I think this series is going to be a first test. And I think the Cavs season would be a failure if they didn't, not a failure. I think it would be a misstep if they don't get out of the first round. I think they need to see Milwaukee and see that championship level best team in the NBA in the playoffs and adjust themselves and learn how to attack it. Because next year, everyone will get better on this team. We're all young. But I think for just this series alone, I'm going to go the Cavs in 6.
Before we move on to the next bracket, I was trying to hot take you with the Sixers thing. I was just improvising, trying to come up with something on the top of my head to get under your skin there. That made no sense. I thought I could figure something out to get under your skin.
Like Luka to the Nets.
Legit, that was the exact same type time I was moving. But if I had a gun to my head, I'm taking the Cavs in 6.
Yeah, and if Judd, I know you're not watching this, but maybe I'll make it into a clip and then you will watch it.
Not a bad idea.
I will be collecting my $30 on this series.
Pay up. We're going to break your kneecaps,
We're doing
bud.
$15 a game. So if the Cavs win in 4, I win $60. If the Knicks win in 4,
Yeah,
you
gotcha.
get $60. And then if it gets to game 7, it's $30 just on the game.
Going to break those kneecaps, Judd, and we're going to dox you again.
But go. Are we putting the Cavs through? You have the Cavs? All right, 2-1 Cavs.
I tried to manufacture a troll there. I couldn't get it up.
All right, before we go to the other side with the 2 seed, 7 seed, 3 seed, 6 seed, we're going to do Bucks, Cavs, second round. Obviously, I think we all have the Bucks going through here, but what do you think this series will be? And do you think it'll be more competitive or less competitive than most people would expect? Slim?
Y'all spitball fast. Top 10 players in the league right now.
Giannis, KD, Embiid, Jokic, Tatum.
Giannis,
I don't know why.
AD in there?
No.
Yes. I'm a big AD guy. I don't know if I'd put him at 7 or 6. Why am I forgetting?
You said
someone?
Jokic?
Yeah, I said Jokic at 4.
Luka?
Yeah, sorry. Luka would go before Tatum, excuse me. Luka at 5, Tatum at 6. I'd put AD 7. I'd put LeBron at 8.
Kawhi?
No.
No Kawhi?
No.
That's what I said.
Not in the top 10 anymore.
Shoot, that boy been cooking over there in LA.
I just said.
I need to see him actually play some more games in the playoffs. Sorry. I would say I want to put Steph. Holy fuck. I put Steph ahead of Tatum, put Steph at 6. Steph. All right, we're going back through it. Giannis. Who did I say is 2?
Giannis, Embiid, Joker.
Giannis, KD, Embiid, Jokic, Steph, Tatum, AD. Wait, we're supposed to be at 7. AD, LeBron, Donovan Mitchell,
Kawhi.
Donovan Mitchell, Ja Morant.
No Kawhi.
No. You hear my last 2?
Yeah, I heard you.
No, I was talking to Finn.
Ja Morant over Kawhi.
That's ridiculous.
I don't think so.
I think Kawhi should Kawhi 8.
I say all that to say if this ends up happening, I can see a game 6, and if they make it to game 6, I feel like the Milwaukee Bucks will win, but Donovan Mitchell will be heavily in that conversation next year with top 7, top 6.
Really?
I think he's a top 10 player. You don't think he's top 10 player in the NBA?
I wouldn't put Spider over Kawhi.
Top 10 player in the NBA.
I wouldn't put Spider over Kawhi.
Player in the NBA.
No, definitely. But I'm saying, I think he's the best guard besides Steph in the league.
Devin Booker.
I think he's better than Devin Booker.
Jaylen Brown.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can get behind that either.
Jaylen Brown.
I mean, I just don't know.
Shea.
Yes,
He's better than
he's
Shea.
better than all of them. I like them. I love
Tatum?
all of them. I don't have them both Tatum.
He's a 2.
Tatum's
Oh,
a 4.
okay.
Tatum plays 4 for them,
Oh.
unless they have Albert Horford and Robert Williams
gonna
playing for
say.
3. But no, I mean, I think I'd go Bucks in 6 probably. I think we could get 1 or 2. If we get to 6 or 7, I'll be happy. I just want it to be competitive, and that's all I can ask for. If this happens, that's all I can ask.
Probably Bucks in 5 or 6.
They'll
Game
probably
6 would be in what?
Cleveland.
Yeah. Oh, so maybe I'll have Cavs
Yeah.
in 6 still.
Could be Cavs in 7, bro.
They're not gonna win in. They wouldn't win in Milwaukee in Game 7.
We could win. We'll lose 1 at home. It's just a matter if we steal 1. We'll lose 1 game at home. I don't think we'll lose a game at home to the Knicks.
If Game 6 is at home, then they have to go to Game 7.
It's just a matter of which one. If we steal 1 in Milwaukee.
Hey, the Q doesn't really get up like that.
Yes, it does.
Some would say the Q gets up. Some would say it doesn't.
But yeah, I think the Bucks win in 5 or 6.
Yeah, Bucks in 5 or 6. 5 or 7.
If it could be a 7-game series, you never know. But all right, Boston Celtics versus Miami Heat. I don't know why the logo is so small. But Finn, let's start with you this time.
Season 6 or 5. Probably 5.
Sweep.
I was gonna
You
go
don't think
the
they'll
opposite.
steal a game?
I was gonna go the opposite direction. I was gonna go Celtics in 7.
That's why I initially said 6. They just have history. They got
Yeah.
bad blood, and they got coach history where Spoelstra understands schemes. It's not the first, second, third, or fourth time he's ever seen it. So
I don't think it's gonna matter the way JT's been hooping and Jaylen
they're
Brown,
playing weird.
and with the addition of Malcolm Brogdon, and with Derek White.
No, I think the Celtics will win. Don't get me wrong.
Sweet.
I think Miami.
Dude, I don't know
They
about that.
can't lose a game. There's no way Miami's not winning a game. There's no way.
That's why I said 5 at the least.
Guess what? I know some folks, maybe in the room that y'all are in, that was saying the same thing about Brooklyn against the Celtics in the first round last year. No
Yeah,
way,
but
no way
I say
KD
ridiculous.
would have got swept.
Well, yeah, I don't think anyone would have predicted this.
That was a ridiculous circumstance that happened.
Sweep.
You don't think they'd steal 1 game at home?
Not this season.
We'll have to see.
But we all have the Celtics
Yeah,
moving
definitely.
on. But
100%.
I think the Celtics get it done later than most people.
It's going to be a gut-wrenching series.
I think Philly in a sweep, to be honest.
I think we steal 1. We stole 1 with D'Lo. We'll steal 1 with Mikhail.
Slim.
I was really hoping to see the fucking anybody but the Sixers.
I got Philly.
Well, in how many games?
I could see it go to a 5. You got some boys with champion.
I don't think it goes to 6 though.
Hey, say we close out the regular season with a dub against them, though, really set the tone.
Do you want
In the first round, losing all your stars.
I mean, Slim, I don't have obviously the same expectations I did the first day we started the season, but I mean, the team's still in a decent spot. Guys are stepping up.
Do you know what your record is post trade? Like
I stopped keeping track. It was like 7-6 at one point, and then I lost
I
it.
figured you'd be remotely 500, but
Probably like 2 or 3 games under 500.
I'm just trying to think for next year. But
Yeah, I mean, I think we'll make some moves in the offseason now.
yeah, I mean, you guys have a good roster, but
We're a star away.
yeah, and I think Embiid is going to average 40 in this series.
Oh, yeah, Embiid's going to rip Claxton apart. Keep your eye out for some good Claxton clips, though, because what'll happen is Embiid will bully him for like 30 minutes. Clax will get 1 dunk, and then he'll be like,
Yeah, he'll like block.
Keep an eye out,
He'll
yeah.
block like a hard floater.
Keep an eye out for that. He'll definitely be fired up. Sixers in 5.
All right, this could also be the best series.
I'm about to break the Finn pact. Like, I should never be saying this, but I'm going to start this one off. I'm just going to tell you straight up, Sixers in 6.
I'm on the same boat.
Yeah, I hate to say it. Really hurts my
Wow.
my soul to say it.
Wow, bro.
That boy's too big and too strong,
But the only thing is, Al Horford low-key
dude.
dominates Embiid. When not,
Yeah, but the
he
dude's
causes
moving.
some problems.
Yeah, but the dude's just moving at a different clip right now.
No, I agree. He just dropped 52 against them tonight. So
Yeah, it seems like he's
He
all
did.
right now. Like an
Embiid
hour and a
had-
half ago.
Yeah, Embiid had 52 against the Celtics tonight.
Oh my.
They beat
He had
them.
over half their points tonight. They scored 103.
Gonna be scary.
I assume you got the Celtics, Slim?
Oh, of course.
In how many games?
This will go to 7.
I hope it goes to 7, but I kind of want Philly to win because I want to see Giannis versus Embiid. I really do.
That'd be crazy. That would be crazy. Hey, narrative.
But I think, yeah, I mean, matchup wise,
If you asked in the beginning of the year, though, we wouldn't have said this, but it's just the way it's playing out. It's just looking like that's
one
gonna be
team's
Yeah,
on the up.
who would
the
say
other's
out
on
of
the
the
down.
East?
What?
I said, who did we say out of the East?
In the
To
beginning?
start?
C's.
Yeah,
All of us said C's.
that's
Yeah,
crazy.
my bold prediction was Cavs Grizzlies,
Mm-hmm.
and my actual I said Bucks. I think I said Bucks Clippers. Or
I think we
Bucks,
might have talked it out though, and then all kind of got on the same page.
but yeah, I think you both had the Celtics, or maybe we all had the Bucks. I don't know, but the Celtics for the first 75% of the year were clearly the best team, and they've just taken a step back. And Philly started off really slow, and then ever since then has been the second best team in the East. And I think Embiid is just the best player in this series. And it just depends on what you get from Harden and Maxey and the other guys. I think Philly has an equally good roster as Boston, but I just trust Embiid in a matchup wise. And I think this is finally the year they put it all together. I think they have all the pieces they finally need. And it's a scary year to put it all together with how many good teams there are, but I'm going to go Philly. So we have Philly moving on.
That hurts my soul. My least favorite team in the NBA.
To represent the East in the finals. And if you've ever heard me talk about the finals, I think the champion is coming out of the East. So any of the Bucks, Celtics, or Sixers, whoever end up winning, I think the East, will win the championship.
Yeah, let me start this off because it's going to be hurting my soul again. So I just want to get out the way.
God.
By the way, I hate both of these teams in the passion. I don't think there's any two teams in sports as a total that I hate more than these two teams. Sixers and 7.
It'll be in Milwaukee, though.
I don't care. Dude, they're going to fight. They'll each steal one, and then they'll go to game 5. Sixers will win game 5 on the road. Or no, Milwaukee will win game 5 at home, and then Sixers will steal.
2 in a row.
Yeah. They'll get the momentum from home, and they'll steal it on the road.
I think the Sixers go. I'm going Bucks in 7. I think the Sixers go down 3-1
And come back.
and make
And
it
lose
into
in
a
game
game
7?
7 and lose in game 7.
They'd have to win. They'd win
They'd win
a
one
game on the road.
They'd win no games. They'd go down 2-0 and then win.
Oh, okay,
game
I got you.
3,
I got you.
Lose, win.
Yep.
I could see game 7, Philly.
This
This-
is gonna be. This is.
That's what I'm
basically-
saying.
This may be the year of the process.
Oh, God, it makes me want to throw up.
I wonder what the Sixers titles odds are. Just talk for a second.
We're going to talk about top 5 things that make me want to throw up. Number 1, overall, Philadelphia 76ers logo. Number 2, Milwaukee Bucks logo. Number 3, Giannis intentionally injuring Kyrie 2021 playoffs. It hurts me to say that the Sixers have finally put it together, but as a man, I'm comfortable enough with myself to say
Philly at 900 to win the chip is not that good, but it's for what the NBA championship odds are is pretty damn good.
they finally done it and put it all together. Sixers are probably going to win the chip this year, and it makes me sick.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Sixers. I don't know. I think
Might
that's
be a good value bet.
I think that's a series of
You said Sixers and 7, right, son?
Yeah, 7. I wanted to say 6 though.
Yeah.
I could see 6 and 6 and Embiid and Maxey and Harden saying like F y'all.
Fuck that dude.
I think if the Sixers are going to make it out of this series versus the Bucks, I think it's going to be heavily reliant on Harden, and Maxey.
Actually,
Clear.
we're gonna need that 24,
Maxey's
23.
gonna have to average 20.
Yeah,
because
we're gonna need
Drew
that
will be
23 a
on
night.
Harden, and Harden's gonna have some really rough games, and he'll have one really good
Man,
game.
He's gonna give you 35 and 21, and Embiid is gonna give
What?
you, and Embiid is gonna give you 50, and you're gonna be like, what the
35 and 21 for that old ass bum
why you hating on James Harden?
because he left the guys.
He had to get away.
Yeah, it was a dumpster fire.
I've made it clear that I'll always hate on James Harden.
All right, so imagine if that situation happened in Philly, rather, where you had Kyrie Irving, James Harden,
Come on home.
KD.
I tell him, come on home.
Exactly. So I hear bias.
That's just a loyal fan right there.
That's a
But I mean, we have the Sixers as our champions for the Eastern Conference. That's gonna do it for this little episode. It was a lot longer than I anticipated, but it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, we had to get all our details in.
And
Look out for the West bracket video too.
yeah, we're also gonna have West season grades coming out soon. We just gotta wait to see how the season shakes out first. I mean, we obviously have a grade for most of the teams.
Yeah.
But I want to see what teams make a final push in these last 3-4 games. And
This is exciting NBA time though, dude. Having fucking 2 games in between the 1 and the fucking 15 seed in the West.
yeah,
very crazy, bro.
but that's a wrap from This or That NBA.